I've started this vlog twice already. I'm starting again. We are in Newlyn and this is a little mini update whilst I just set myself up here. We've come to Newlyn. If you watched the last vlog, you know that there was a bit of a disaster at our house. We had a storm in Cornwall, which meant we lost our power and internet for a while, and then it started a cascade of everything seemingly going wrong. Our washing machine broke, our boiler broke, our car boot broke, and we also got a really bad flu which took us out. It's the worst flu I think I've ever had in my life. And maybe this one, this is a new tin. So we decided to come to Newlyn because obviously we have no boiler and we need a new one, which is going to cost a small fortune, by the way, which is fantastic start to the year. Just could not write it. So we were like, let's go to Newlyn because at least we'll have heating and shower and we can use it as an opportunity to get everything done, because we've had a break over Christmas and then that chaotic start meant we haven't really made it here yet. Trying to open this paint tin. Ooh. So we came to Newlyn and then the second we arrived, Alex fell over and sprained his ankle, which is not ideal because obviously he can't really do anything if he's got a hobbling foot. And so we went to the hospital yesterday and the doctor did say she was surprised he didn't break it. Ooh, that's very satisfying. Pop. Ta-da. Not very exciting inside, it's just white. Yeah, it kind of meant that yesterday and today have been a bit of a write-off. It's 5 PM and it's my first chance of getting to do anything, because Elowen is also seemingly going through some kind of growth spurt where she refused to nap today and is also just feeding a lot. I think she's kind of really grasping how to sort of sit and roll, and it's like taking up so much of her energy and her interest. She just doesn't want to go to sleep. So yeah, it's all been a bit chaotic, but we are determined. I know at the start when we first talked about this house, when we first started making videos, we were like, we're gonna get it done for this spring, summer, and here we are a year later. That was foolish of us. But we are actually going to be opening it this spring. We have to. We can't have this sort of hanging over us anymore. We really want to be able to just focus on us as a family, you know, not be kind of coming back and forth so much and doing this, because it is quite a lot to do on top of having a baby and also with my work and stuff. But we're going to be here while we figure out who's coming to sort the boiler at our house, and we're going to use this time as an opportunity. So give us all the motivation in the comments, say we've got this, pep us up, because we're going to really try and do everything we can to get this done in between trying to look after a little baby and having a hobbling husband. So I'm going to start by doing some touch-ups in this upstairs room. We've got so much snagging to do and this patch on the wall has been bothering me for so long, so let's just do that first. Said patch. There's also another patch. This has been bothering me. It's probably going to need 2 coats, but it has been bothering me so much for so long. Well, I managed to solve 5 minutes. Baby's awake. Roxy decided to plant herself right there. But we've done the stairs. Good morning from my very interesting fringe. Baby's having some fun in bed. And as you saw yesterday, we got loads done. Today we're gonna get more done. So she's just woken up and we're just gonna do the little painting bits I didn't manage to do yesterday. And then if Alex's foot is doing better, we may go into town to see what we can find for this room. If it's not, I'll go alone. Oh, you dropped your toy. So I'm gonna get the blue paint out and touch up some of the spray that has ended up onto the blue wood. You're a gargoyle. You're a little gargoyle. You trying to find your toy? I can come help you. You lost it. There it is. Yay! Oh, well done. You're rolling. You're getting frustrated, but you've got to learn to roll. You're so close, babe. You're so close. So this is one of the annoying things where we painted the woodwork first and then rolled the wall. So there's loads of white specks all over this. And no one else probably would notice, but I notice. Quite dusty. Hi! Is this one you want? Oh, you're just not happy up here, are you? Daddy's coming.
Because remember, like, we had to, still haven't got all of it out because it's just impossible, but there was quite a lot of white paint on the beams.
This bit of paint's been bothering me, this is my fault. Can't believe I did that. Little triangle, whee! What's that? It's a triangle, it's a triangle. We've got lots of windows to scrub a dub dub over here, baby. La da 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 da. Oh goodness, there's lots of marks here. That's not very good, is it? No. There's like a big pole, and she's reaching for it, and she just rolled over to get it. Should we put some Disney music on, P? Maybe some music might. Should we put some fun music on?
La 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 la.
La la. Soul's the way to fall, but that's
What's the matter?
Hello, so I'm going to sneak out for a little bit to just have a peruse of the shops because, like I said, I think I said this, we need like a little chair, maybe some pictures. Penzance is fantastic for secondhand antique stuff. Where I want to go first, I'm going to double check it's open, but there is a furniture charity shop in Penzance just as you come in. So I want to go there first because I feel like that might be the best bet for a chair and maybe some bigger paintings. And if I have success there, I'll just come back. But if I don't, I'll go into town. Depending on how long Ellen sleeps for. She had a good old feed though, so she'll probably be all right with Alex for a while. And then I can just come back and yeah, fingers crossed we get some nice bits. I really just want to furnish the house with lots of secondhand stuff. Like we have got a few bits new, potentially we've got a chair and a few bits, like most of it though has been secondhand, which is really nice, and it has like kind of that lived in feel then. Also it's kind of lovely that lots of the bits we're getting have been from local shops in Newlyn and in Penzance, which actually, speaking of, I'm not sure if it's open today, but maybe I'll go look on Friday or Saturday. There is an amazing antique shop in Newlyn, which I feel like it's the sort of place that's only open like Thursday to Sunday. But let's go and see what goodies we can find. Oh my goodness, take two. I was just about to leave and Alex rang me and said, she's awake, because Roxy, oh my God. I love Roxy so much. You know that she is my world. But having a baby and a dog, a Cocker Spaniel, maybe other dogs are not like this, is really difficult because the amount that dog wakes up our baby, it is a daily occurrence every single day. Alex and I talk about how she is more triggering and like she makes us more like, it's not her fault, she's a dog, she's a beautiful, gorgeous dog, we love her. But it makes you feel this like inward rage on a daily basis because, for example, just now there's like a little pantry, like a community pantry here where I think someone must work in one of the supermarkets and they donate outside the church food that would have just gone in the bin. So I got a loaf of bread from there because it was like 2 days out of date and there was loads of bread, so I thought, oh perfect. So I got a loaf of bread and put it on the table, so when I left, Roxy ran downstairs whilst Alex was lying with Elowen and she was jumping up on the table to get the bread. My fault, I shouldn't have left the bread out like that. But Roxy's so food motivated, so Alex heard like a rustling downstairs, hobbled down. And then by the time he came back upstairs, she was awake because obviously she heard all the noise downstairs. But that happens like every single day, something like that. It will be that, or it will be Roxy barking, or her jumping on the bed and waking her up. Or when I'm like feeding her, she'll run in the room or scratch at the door or something. And it's so frustrating because I know it's not Roxy's fault, because she's like, she just wants the love and attention she's used to, and she's just a dog. She's just a hyper dog. She's a Cocker Spaniel. But it is a juggle. Maybe it's preparing me for when Eloin's older and we have another baby, because she'll be a toddler and it'll be the same scenario. Anyway, we're going to go out now. I have less time because she's going to probably be tired in an hour and a half or 2 hours, and I'll have to come back. But maybe it's a good thing. It'll make me be focused. Incredibly successful. Sorry, the lighting is funny. Can you see I got Eloin like a wooden, what do you call them, little play gym, which I've been wanting to get but haven't got because I was a bit like, I want to get one second hand and it's a bit tricky on Vinted to like post something like that. So that was a win. And then they had these incredible lamps, one of which Alex said he's been looking for, those sort of gas lamps, but it had a bulb in there. And I'll show you the rest when we get home. But they also had a set of chairs that are potentially good for our kitchen at home. They're quite grand. I worry that they won't fit the farmhouse vibe. Plus they might be too high, because the issue with our table is it has like a, I guess underneath the table there's like a wood that surrounds it. That means when you put your legs under, you kind of hit the table. My word's not coming out. You know what I mean? You have to have like relatively low chairs for the table. And I think those are quite grand, quite high chairs. But if I measure up and they don't fit, somebody please go and buy them. They're selling them with the table, which I think is kind of crazy, because the table, when you sit in those chairs, has the same issue in that it has wood surrounding it. So if you try and put your feet under, you can't. But he said it came from Trengwainton National Trust, so it may have just been there for kind of display, but I don't know how convenient it would be to sit at a table like that. It wouldn't be comfortable. Maybe you could just buy the chairs as well if I don't buy them, because they are gorgeous and they've been upholstered with what looks like wool and beautiful fabrics. So I'm really hoping they work, because we've had the worst chairs at our table for so long, and people come over and they always feel really embarrassed because they just don't, they're just broken. But I'm a bit like, do they fit the vibe? They probably would fit more grand space rather than like a rustic farmhouse vibe. Anyway, let's go home and I'll show you what I got. Good morning. I'm feeling like a milk stained, paint covered, shaggy, gross mum today. I've got my paint clothes on. Can you see my trousers? I never showed you what we got in the charity shop, so I'll show you them. I think it's because I did it for Instagram, so if you missed that, then I will show you what we got. We got some really good things, and we're actually about to head out to go and get some more bits. So fingers crossed we find a chair, because I didn't get a chair. First is 2 pictures. This is a beautifully mounted picture for the wall. I feel like it could work upstairs or the landing. It's just a drawing of a boat. The mounting is so nice. I feel like I said this on Instagram, but what I always look out for is a nice frame and nice mounting. This was only £10, but that already is such a like expensive thing and a nice thing. It really makes a difference in a picture. And then we've got this of Cottage Cove, which is a place in Cornwall. It's kind of near Helston-ish. Gweek, I think. Is it near Gweek, Helston area?
What?
Cadgwith Cove, that's what my mind is telling me. I'll put it on the screen. Lizard area, and I love the green frame. It's got these kind of like little wibbly wobbly bits. Really love that. Two kind of decoration bits. This vase, which I really love, it's kind of got like a greeny tinge to it, and it's a bit bobbly. It looks like recycled glass. Because this, I don't think we have a vase like this. And then this, I'm kind of unsure whether I like it now it's home, but it was only £2.50. I think that vase was £5. I'm gonna sort of put it somewhere and see if it works. I feel like maybe it's too modern for a cottage, I'm not sure. This lamp I've kind of already put in the place I want to put it, and it's this hammered metal lamp, and it's really large, and it was only £15. I actually said that I thought this, maybe online you'd get this for 60 quid, but I did look, and they're over £100 usually for this size of hammered metal lamp. So we are very happy with that. And it's got a lovely lampshade, like linen lampshade. So such a steal. And I think this will look great in the living room over here. And this is probably our favourite thing. It is a gas lamp that has been made into an electric one. And we just need to attach this top part, but it's so lovely. The only issue is where is it going to live? Because I'm trying to figure out where. Probably the top bedroom, do you think, Alex? I would put it down here, but I feel like it's too... It needs to be somewhere where it cannot be reached or moved. Because it's delicate. She's being very chatty as per usual. But we'll figure out somewhere for it. But we did get something else for Elowen. They had an amazing kids section in St Julia's Hospice. And I got a wooden gym sort of thing. She's obviously getting to the age where this probably won't last that much longer, but we obviously plan on having more children, and it was only £5. So that was a really great haul. We just want to endeavour to finish the top room. Yeah, I feel like I want to finish the top room, so we're going to go to the charity shops with Alex, with the two of us who will have more hands, try and find a chair and some cushions, finishing touches, maybe a plant, and yeah, we'll get it done because it's very, very close. Just got a bit of silicone. Do we need to buy some silicone? We need to buy some bits, like boring bits like silicone, and clean it up, and maybe we can show you kind of a finished vibe of the room in this video. Yay! Just haven't vlogged a great deal because it was a bit tricky with little one. She wasn't a fan of the pram. I think she needed to feed, so we had to kind of go back to the car and reset. But we have been looking around, and we managed to get this amazing chair from a vintage shop that we've never been in before. What's it called? Myrtle?
Yes.
Guy in there was lovely, really friendly, and this was £45, and it's a really lovely, like, sturdy... Oh, I might want to look in there. I'll go in here. But anyway, we'll show you when you get home because there's an aeroplane going overhead. Sorry we didn't vlog much while we were out. It was rainy, and she was, like I said, we had to swap the pram for the carrier, but she had a nice little snooze, and we had a nice little browse. It just was one of those kind of like quite stressful parenting experiences, to be honest, with a dog and a baby. But we did get an amazing chair and table and a few little bits of, like, not ceramics, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, ceramics. Lovely, lovely, really gorgeous ones. I feel like they're probably for our house rather than Newlyn though, but I'll show you everything anyway. I feel like now we can start setting the room up and see what's missing. Oh, do we need to go to Screwfix?
Oh, we need to get nappies as well. I don't know if it's...
Yeah, we can do that, because I could feed her. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the shop first, and then we'll head home and show you everything we got. We're up in the attic. Let me show you the goods. First up, this gorgeous chair, which I will style up and put in place, but it's nice and sturdy, and it was only £45, which I think I used to think that chairs should be cheaper, and actually to get ones that are sturdy like this and not falling apart and have a nice sort of, hit myself in the head there, have a nice colour, it's quite challenging, and we need to do this for our house because all of our chairs are the sort of cheap ones I got on Facebook, and they're all falling apart. So this chair already, I just put it in here and I thought, oh, that looks already lovely. And then we got this table. If you go to Myrtle in Penzance and carry on down that road, there's another antique shop there next to Archie Brown's. I forget the name, but it's got loads and loads of knickknacks in there. It's very jam-packed, and they also have clothes. And the prices, I would say, would vary quite a lot in there. There's some things that are expensive, some things that are affordable. This was just storing stuff on it. And so I was like, how much is that table? Is everything in here for sale? He was like, yep, it's all for sale. We bartered him down from 25 to 18. So this is a really nice mini table, and it's a lovely colour as well, and the top's lovely. he said it's probably about 100 years old, so that would look really nice, I think, next to this chair, or if not, there's somewhere that it can go in here. I feel like this room needs like more bits of furniture, or we just need to like fill the space. Even this could go downstairs as like a little side table. Plenty of spaces for it. In my favourite antique shop in Penzance I always go into because it's so affordable is the one next to Wetherspoons. I don't think it's got a name because there's not like a name on the outside, but they have great books in there, and they had a whole collection of these which are so sweet, and I got sort of seaside themed ones. So this is Freshwater Fishes, Sea and Seashore and Ships. So it's the Observer's Book of Freshwater Fishes of the British Isles, and so it's just a really, really lovely book. Ellen. All about little fishes, about sea and the seashore. It's the sort of thing that you could just kind of like, I would just feel like it's quite a nice little thing to flick through. But also they just look really sweet, and I thought these could go on the chest of drawers. Oh, this bowl, this may live in Newlyn, or I might take it home for myself. This was £12. I think he originally said 20, but then he did the table and the bowl for 30. But it's really, really sturdy and like hefty. So it's kind of more of like a trinket bowl rather than a bowl that you'd use to eat out of. But it's so gorgeous, and I'm tempted to keep it for photography, but that seems a waste. I feel like it would look lovely somewhere here. The first charity shop we went into, I wish I could have looked for longer, but she was getting a bit upset in the pram, so we had to sort of swap into the carrier. So I'll have to go back there because I feel like there was lots of things in there that if I'd looked at properly, I would probably quite like to get. They had like loads of pots and just loads of lovely things. So maybe I could go back tomorrow by myself, because there was also a vase which was really big. Maybe I didn't take a picture, but it was really big. Alex was not sure on it, so we left. It'd be one we can just think on, and I can go back if we decide we want to get it. But these were all from charity shops, and I feel like this is the thing about charity and antique shopping, is that you can go into expensive antique shops, or you can go into homeware shops that sell new things, that curate stuff and they style it up. So two of those, there's two antique shops, Faded Vintage and Myrtle Vintage, that are kind of like that, where they clearly are antique buyers, know what they're doing, and they curate the room, make it look very beautiful, and therefore they can charge higher prices because they know what they're buying. They're buying bargains, and then they know where they're from and how much they cost. But charity shops, they just sell them really cheap, and I feel like all of these things would have sat in a shop like Faded Vintage or other homeware shops and would have been like, this probably would have been like 25, 30 pounds, but it was 10 pounds for a pair. Sometimes people ask about my advice to like antique shopping or charity shopping. My advice would be to browse Pinterest and browse your favourite homeware shops that are your style. It works especially well, obviously, if you like antique, the antique vibe of things that look old. I like to go on like Ochre or other, I don't know, homeware shops online, look in magazines, and also go into physical homeware shops and just browse. You don't have to spend any money. Go into charity shops and just find the same thing. I did this with fashion when I was a teenager. I used to be obsessed with Vogue and Elle, and I would find photo shoots and try and recreate the outfits and go to charity shops and buy the items of clothing in charity shops. Similar thing really with homeware. Anyway, that was a big rant, but that's what I would recommend. Find your style, look in, you know, all the different places that are selling them expensively, and then you have a better eye for when you go in a charity shop. You can go, oh, I've seen that. These things should have been so much more money. So this was only £3, and it's really, really heavy terracotta pottery, obviously handmade and absolutely beautiful. So this is going to look gorgeous. Similarly, this kind of little, almost, it looks like a little ink pot, but it's not. It's like a mini sort of bud vase. That is so, so sweet. And I think that that was maybe £4. And like I said, these two mugs, these are coming home with me. Is that what I mean? Because I just the other day had said that I really wanted some more sort of rustic cups and mugs like this. I feel like this will suit our house at home. It would suit here too, but I'm being selfish. And then this little pouring jug, which at my last shoot I said I wanted this exact thing because they had one in the photograph that I was referencing for inspiration, and I was like, I really need one of those, and I found one. So now we have loads of bits in here. I want to like place things in where I think they should go, We've got a bit of cleaning to do around the windows and siliconing and stuff, boring bits, but we can start placing things and seeing how it feels basically. And I think the only thing we need to buy in here is a bedspread to make the bed look nicer. We'll see. Maybe we need to get a plant.
Yes.
Thanks for that. I find even on a rainy day, it's still such a gorgeous view because all the ships out on the harbour and you can watch the waves crashing against the promenade in Penzance. Look, can you see them? I can't really zoom on this camera very easily, but it's kind of fun when there's a storm. Good morning, everyone. It's another day. I've just run up and down the stairs to get this camera. And I'm too impatient to wait until my breath has come back to start talking to you. But it's Saturday. My dad is coming today to help because either he can play with Elwyn or get on with DIY with Alex, and hopefully we'll have a productive day today. So Alex has just gone to Screwfix to get some bits, some, I guess, like hinges for the doors in the kitchen. So that is kind of the goal today, to try and puzzle out the doors in the kitchen. And I also think that I could spend time upstairs in the top room trying to finish it off so we can have a little bit of a sort of before and after moment and clear it up, because it's like kind of paint mess up there now we've started doing things. I feel like after yesterday getting all those bits, it is starting to feel quite finished. So yeah, that's the plan for today. It's a very sunny, beautiful day outside. Let me show you. So in Cornwall, we've had so much rain every single day. So to see blue skies and it to be not super windy is just glorious. So I'm very, very happy and excited for February actually, because January has been long and lots of rain.
That's what it looked like before. Very close to the top. It's a bit more complicated than we thought. Maddie's dad has taken these off. It's a very odd sort of plastic fitting system, and I've tried to replicate with the measurements. Found the manual online, so that's one of the super helpful things of the internet. I can Google the name of this washing machine. I've never heard of that brand before. First result is the online manual, the PDF, which helped us figure out how to take the door off. And now I'm going to have to carefully drill the holes, pilot holes for the screws, attach the pieces, and then hope and pray that it fits onto the dishwasher door. Yes, just hope it fits.
What do you want for lunch, Alex?
Pizza.
You know.
I am going to eat my hand, I'm so hungry.
Squeeze.
What have we even got for food? It's one of those
We did
things,
it.
though, sometimes
It took about 6 hours.
Does it need to be like pushed in more?
Right. Stupidest dishwasher door design in existence.
But they did it, so we're going for a drink.
It's like sunset now. This is all we've done
I
today.
need to put on a different... Good morning. Hesitant to show myself. I put oil in my hair. Looks like it's really greasy. This morning we hung some hooks up because there's nowhere to like hang things and no ability to get a wardrobe up here. We were gonna do a clothing rail and I just thought that was overkill, like too much. We don't need that. So instead of a clothing rail that kind of would just like, I just feel like it would make, it would just offset the vibe. That's the sort of thing you'd do if you lived here. We hung these. There is a little boo-boo because it was drilling into metal, so we had to move it, but we'll fill that and paint it. But it just means if you come with a dress or something that you need to hang, there is an option to hang it, or your coat or whatever. And then Alex has done some fresh silicone, which I think he was like, oh, it's not very good, but we can tidy it up. And I think that looks so much better than it did before because it was kind of old and around here. And obviously it's important to make sure it's watertight and also doesn't look so messy. So we'll do the same on the other side. And then I'm gonna clean and hoover this floor because there's a few small stains, and then we can kind of like feel like this room is so close. Out here, the update for this balcony is we have tried to get people to come, but I think because of the time of year over Christmas, the few people who did reply just delayed it. And I don't know, it's been a bit tricky. So on Monday, Alex is gonna chase a few people who have just not been replying to finally see if they'll do it so we can get that booked in. And then we can like make it pretty out there with some pots, maybe a plant and a set of table and chairs so you can enjoy the view. And we can style it up in here. I moved the mirror to this side and ignore obviously all of our little DIY stuff. But I need to get like a plant for the little table, and we can have the chair, and I've kind of started to style things, and yeah. Just this side down a bit, left side down a bit. So there you go. That looks great. Good morning from the attic. I want to show you kind of after result of where it's at now. I know when we did the room downstairs, we did like a full before and after, kind of went through what we had done in that room. I don't know that we're going to do that with this room until we finish the house, because lots of the rooms it's kind of like we're finishing them all at the same time, and there's probably maybe little bits that need to be added. This room just basically feels like there's something missing. I don't know if I'm overanalyzing it, so maybe you could let me know. But this is kind of an after of what it looks like, and I'm really happy with it. I think it feels cozy and lovely up here now. So this is the attic room with amazing vaulted ceilings, another granite wall. I guess it's like a little electric heater. I think we need to change this out. Gas? Yeah. So yeah, over here you look out onto the road in that direction. Lovely flowers and lovely cottages all surrounding you, and then obviously we've got a little bed in the middle. I just love all the beams, all the pine, all the wood everywhere is so lovely. So this is how it's looking now. We have added a lovely bedspread. This was from Sainsbury's, so Habitat, and then these pillows were from M&S. I got the pillows because I thought how cute they matched the lamps and the striped curtains and blinds, and also the blue paint. It's like basically exact colour match to the paint, and then it's kind of got the pinky reds that match the striped blinds. I didn't want to do a whole kind of like stripy thing everywhere because it would be overkill. I feel like the bedspread, I'm like questioning if it's right because it's green. It's like a green stripe and you could fold it. But again, I don't want it to be like matchy, and the whole house has a kind of theme of blues and greens. We have basically hung the hooks over here. We've got a lovely little chair. We've got some bits and pieces on the chest of drawers. This rug will go outside when this balcony is fixed, and then we can put the rug out there and put a nice set of table and chairs, and you can sit and enjoy this incredible view. You can see St Michael's Mount over here. This is Newlyn Harbour, and then over there is Penzance. So you get a really amazing 360 view of the sea, and look at those fluffy clouds and the ships out in the bay. Got this lovely little plant the other day, and everything's just looking very cozy. Oh, there's my tissue on the floor. Let's get rid of that. Both Alex and I have a cold. But yeah, let me know what you think. Is there anything that we could add to make it more cozy? I don't know if I've just spent too much time in here and I'm overthinking it and it's perfect as it is because it's simple and peaceful. You've got your mirror, a lovely painting. These are our lovely lights, which we got from Basement Marketplace. I'll link the blinds. They were from Blinds to Go. These were secondhand and these were an upcycle. I'll link that video. And everything else was secondhand, I think. Yeah, everything else was secondhand. I absolutely love this room. I feel like it's just so cozy and gorgeous to have an attic room with these beautiful beams and the granite wall. It's so cozy. Obviously, it's just incredible that you get to sit in bed and look out the window. I might be overthinking it because I've been staring at it so much, but let me know if you think anything could be added in here, or if you've got any thoughts. I love all of your ideas. Thank you also for persevering with me. There was a week that I missed on YouTube. It was just a lot with all the drama of everything happening at the start of the year and being here, and it just ended up being that I wasn't able to upload a video that week, and I'm really sorry. When Newlyn is finished, I think that I will be back on it and able to upload more. Yeah, look at this. It's just so nice looking at a room that's finished, and this is like, I just can't quite believe it. It's just so surreal. I actually think also when that balcony's done and there's a nice table and chairs and some plants out there, that'll make the room feel better because you can see it. Ah, so excited. See you in the next video.